Welcome back, everybody. Now that you've had an opportunity to kind of slog through the syllabus, what we would ordinarily do in a class is something we're going to transplant here, and that is do the introductions. So what I'll tell you honestly is we know that you have all, number one, heard my spiel, and most of you actually by now have had an opportunity to interact probably with everybody else, at least in some way, shape, or form. So rather than do, the typical name, rank, and serial number stuff, what we'll do is we'll stick to publishing for content. So what I want to do here is describe content a little bit more broadly than just for the web. So here, let's answer these first questions. Number one, have you ever or have you since Web 101, either of those two is fine, published any content? So whether or not that be PDFs, whether or not that be posters, web pages, movie content, anything like that, have you done it? And tell us what that was. Number two is, did any of the maxims that we used for good design, did any of those help you in any way, shape, or form leading up to this class? Like I mentioned a couple of times, some of you will have, 7 days in between Web 101 and Web 102, but others of you have had a year or even longer, I think, in one of your cases, in between Web 101 and Web 102. So has any of those, or have rather any of those, English me no good with today, have any of those design maxims we talked about in 101 come around since then and been of use to you? So that is number two. Number three is a cocktail party fact, because I still feel like we can't be buttoned down and serious all of the time. What I will mention for my new cocktail party fact is the week in between when we would have closed out the summer session. We were supposed to have a week off, and then the beginning of the fall 2020 year, I actually blew out this bicep, which required surgery. And to this day, 2 months later, I cannot tilt and rotate my hand in the same way. There you go, there you go, there you go. And it makes typing swear words. So what I will say is this. In places where I can, I still use it is this. It is my iPad mini. It is the thing that is easiest to this day for me to type on. Otherwise, it just kills my shoulder because I have to rotate my whole arm out. So just in case you see a weird combination of words, Siri has gotten really good at understanding me. We have an understanding now. But occasionally it will say something strange, and either I don't catch it when I go back and I reread everything, or it changes it for me again, because I know it has done it with names on at least 3 occasions where, it says something I know it's supposed to say, and then it changes it to something else. So just in case you receive an email back from me, especially the longer, wordier ones, or a message back from me, especially the longer, wordier ones, you can feel free to ask me if I meant to say what I said, because I am using this iPad in lieu of this arm, because there's a big hole in it still. So those 3 questions on the design maxims we have used, or have you used any of our design maxims from Web 101? Have you published anything either for the web or other since having taken Web 101? And cocktail party facts, either positive or negative, and that is all listed below here for points in the discussion below.